Se ascolti con attenzione, il passato ti sussurra.
So it's not a process of change, it's more a process of regression, I suppose. And one of the joys that David really allowed me to investigate was, rather than feeling the weight of the brilliant performances by Michael Gambon and Richard Harris, was to really go back and understand that he's not the fully formed Dumbledore of the Harry Potter books and films. He's a man still finding his way, still confronting and resolving his demons. And that's what I mean by regression, I suppose, that in this film in particular, he's facing the past, he's facing himself and his own guilt. But if there were a quality that links him, I would say it's his mischievousness, his humor, and his belief in people, his belief, he sees the positive. You think how Dumbledore believed in Draco, he believed even in Tom Riddle. He sees the good, or the potential good, and I think that's something that he's always had.
Silente ha chiesto di darti una cosa, Jacob.
Hai voglia di scherzare?
Stiamo messi alla grande.
I love the new Dumbledore relationship. It's, for me, what I love is that it's got that complexity of sort of master and apprentice, but it's evolved throughout the movies to being something almost fraternal, I would say, in this one, a sort of older brother, younger brother. And there's a moment in this film where Newt even takes it upon himself, sees the vulnerability in Dumbledore and tries to pass on a moment of wisdom to him. So that progression, but what I love about Newt is fundamentally he's an introverted guy and is most comfortable with his creatures and in his own world. But Dumbledore has seen a quality in him that has the potential for leadership, albeit in an unconventional way. And this film, what I love about this movie, it's like a wizarding heist movie in which this group of outsiders all band together with all of us are unconventional, all of us, and the leader is unconventional, and there's a kind of wonder in that. As far as working with Jude's concerned, I adore this man. He was a friend before we started working together, and one of the real joys about working on a series of films is you get to push things. You get to feel so comfortable working with each other that you can kind of push boundaries, I suppose. And also there's a kind of shorthand. So that was kind of joyful in this.
Il mondo com'è si sta disfacendo. Grindelwald lo sta dilaniando con l'odio.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something I find myself. It's in the story, and then it's in David's head, and then it was also through. For this character, he's very, very linked to Dumbledore, and for me and Jude, we had quite a few conversations about what that relationship looked like. So my character is shaped out of that world. But I mean, you don't start out saying. Nobody actually in history started out saying, I'm going to be the bad guy, right? So we have to figure out what his mission is. What's his goal? Why is he trying to make the world a better place in that matter? So I think that they started out having a common and a mutual goal as young adults or big children. And then it got blurry. The ways of getting to that goal were different than they imagined.